Now, Cobra Kai quickly took the world by storm, capturing fans from all across the globe. The series has had so many big, shocking moments that it's hard to capture them all in one video. However, we have done our best. Check out 10 of the most shocking moments on Cobra Kai. First up, Tommy's death. Ironically, the death of Tommy, one of the founding members of Cobra Kai, occurred in Season 2, before the actor Rob Garrison passed away in real life in 2019. Cobra Kai, which takes place 35 years after the events of The Karate Kid, continues the rivalry between Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence. In Season 2, when Daniel reopens Miyagi-Do karate to compete with Johnny's training of many West Valley High School students, the two get into a fight between their rival dojos. Now, Tommy was a devoted member of Johnny's Cobra Kai gang in The Karate Kid. In the first season of Cobra Kai, Lawrence related his version of events to Miguel Diaz, his best student. In his portrayal of Daniel as the main antagonist, Johnny said that Mr. Miyagi, the sensei of the LaRusso family, may have caused Tommy brain damage when he defeated the Cobra Kai on Halloween in order to save Daniel from being beaten. In Cobra Kai Season 2, Johnny traveled to see his high school friends from the dojo. Tommy, who was sadly battling cancer, was taken from the hospital by Johnny, Jimmy, and Bobby so they could camp one last time at Big Bear. Meanwhile, a little while later, the group got in a brawl and won. Sadly, Tommy passed away in his sleep later that night. Second, when Chozen returns. Season 4 of Cobra Kai closes with Daniel LaRusso at one of the lowest points he's ever seen throughout the Karate Kid sequel series, despite dealing a fatal blow to their long-running martial arts rivalry. Daniel then visits Mr. Miyagi's grave in the hopes of getting advice on how to proceed after being faced with the idea of closing his dojo and resigning as its sensei, just as Cobra Kai plans to spread throughout the valley under the cunning leadership of Terry Silver. If it means attacking, he wants to do whatever it takes to stop them. The antagonist turned ally, Chozen Taguchi, who had previously appeared in Season 3 of the show, is then shown. Daniel's former foe is back and prepared to battle the evil dojo, which is only going to become more brutal as Silver takes charge after falsely accusing Kreese of trying to kill someone and locking him up. Next up, Kreese versus Daniel. There were two fierce karate experts engaged in combat in this sequence, which almost brought to mind the Bruce Lee films we all loved watching. In this scene, after Johnny went to Cobra Kai to meet Kreese, in the Season 3 finale of Cobra Kai titled December 19, Daniel appears just in time to prevent Johnny from being strangled by Kreese. He uses a method he picked up from Chozen in this fight to gain the upper hand on Kreese and terminate it before it even begins, but not before shattering a glass pane. Pretty epic, yet shocking to say the least. Fourth on this list of shocking moments, when everyone discovers John Kreese is still alive. In the first season, a shocking moment takes place when John Kreese is discovered to be still alive. Johnny then mentions the passing of his longtime Cobra Kai sensei. John was unquestionably one of the best antagonists on the show. The news that he wouldn't be in the show disappointed the public, but the season finale, when his dojo won the All-Valley Karate Championship, gave supporters what they wanted. A mysterious stranger comes to Johnny at night and gives him a traditional villain monologue. Kreese then makes himself known while holding a cigar. Fans shouldn't have been very shocked though, as rumors of Kreese's death had been made up before. Nevertheless, we must admit that this one really got us. Coming fifth in our list of shocking moments is when Hawk broke Demetri's arm. Now, through the series, Hawk develops significantly, changing from a shy geek to a brutal punk who mimics his previous tormentor. So therefore, it was a wonderful surprise to watch Demetri kick Hawk into a trophy case because he even repeatedly targets him. But the outcome of their rematch is more unexpected than rewarding. When Tori appears and sends Sam into a panic, things start to go wrong, even though Miyagi-Do is able to hold their own against the Cobra Kai during a brawl. The confrontation then reaches its peak as Hawk pins Demetri and is forced to break his arm. Although we have seen Hawk injure his old friend before, he has never gone as far as he has now, but the troubled expression on his face before and post-break suggests that Eli is lying there somewhere inside. Sixth on our list is the moment when Eli turns into Hawk. Now that Eli has a scar from having a cleft lip, he is constantly made fun of in person and online. His sensei Johnny doesn't help matters by calling him Lip. Eli is then urged to reverse the script by Johnny. Then Eli undergoes a dramatic metamorphosis. He enters the dojo sporting a commanding mohawk to divert attention away from his scar. He lost his skin like a cobra and re-emerged cooler than ever. Eli later catches us off guard by adding a back tattoo. However, what stays with us the most is the initial shock we had upon first noticing his mohawk. Eli at this point becomes Hawk. Like Johnny, who at first doesn't know him, it's still difficult for us to comprehend that Eli and Hawk are the same person. Now take a look at the seventh shocking moment, the captain. The Kreese, the captain of the Cobras. Now, even though we were aware of the cruelty of Kreese, Cobra Kai still managed to keep us in great suspense. Then, in the Season 3 finale, when he is forced into a death match with Captain Turner over a snake pit, we get our answer. Turner admitted that he withheld the information that Chris's girlfriend had died in an accident before the fight started. The soldier then has the opportunity to rescue his captain when reinforcements arrive soon after. Chris kicks Turner into the snake pit while being blinded by loss and retaliation. The current conflict between him and Johnny is then mirrored in the flashback scene, and if Daniel hadn't stepped in, Johnny probably would have suffered the same fate as Turner, well, minus the snakes. 8th on the list is the epic fight between Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do. Now, this is a significant battle from the Season 3 episode titled December 19, in which Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do have reconciled and accepted that they must cooperate in order to destroy Kreese's Cobra Kai. But the Cobra Kai students practically kick down the door to attack them, disrupting this gathering, which is taking place in Daniel's home. Anyone else have a sudden overwhelming feeling of pity for the LaRusso family? These kids are simply destroying their poor house all over some karate grounds. Oh my goodness. Regardless, it was very impressive to see how well the Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do students cooperated to defeat the Cobra Kai students, and this has to be one of the best fight scenes in the series. 9th, when Daniel finds out that Robby is Johnny's son. In this shocking moment, Daniel finds out that Robby is Johnny's son after placing 9th. All this time, Robby neglected to mention that Daniel's long-standing enemy is also his father, as he kept pushing Johnny away, which led to the unlikely paternal attachment that Robby built with Daniel. We all knew the truth would eventually surface, but that didn't make it any less unsettling when they all ended up in the same room after multiple disagreements. When Johnny finds Robby at the LaRusso home, all the goodwill that had developed between the former enemies is destroyed. Daniel felt deceived by the student he was viewing as a son, and Johnny was utterly furious that his son was training with the enemy. Ultimately, Robby's deceit leaves him without a teacher and without a father figure. Finally, the mall fight. The mall fight in Season 2 episode of Cobra Kai All In is one of the best encounters between Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do before their merger in Season 4 of Cobra Kai. Hawk, also known as Eli, confronts Demetri over a negative review Demetri left for Cobra Kai. This leads to a large brawl, during which Demetri flees and is eventually cornered in the food court. But things get much better when Sam and Robby show up to support Demetri, taking down Hawk and his fellow dojo comrades with ease and escalating the rivalry between the two studios even further. And there you have it, everything you need to know about Cobra Kai and some of the most shocking moments throughout all the seasons so far that have left viewers truly gobsmacked. Now, make sure to let us know your thoughts down below. Do you agree with our picks? Which moment was the most shocking in your opinion? Are you obsessed with Cobra Kai just as much as us? Let us know. And as always, thanks for watching.